sometime later.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive?
I suppose it could have been worse.
Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
It's going to be another seal. Yeah, the Desert Rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalimil is back in bed with Sid.
Saucy. My chest is going to be covered in seals. Very fancy.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Okay.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Quest complete. Nice. And a couple of materials. Well, farewell.
You wish to talk? I'm honored.
Gotta get a sarcastic voice now.
How very fitting.
That the noble soldiers of Dhalmekia and Waloed, partner in arms on so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalimil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want of crystal. I'm sure they would all be rushing to thank you for the service you have done them. If, of course, they had any idea what you had done.
Of course.
As long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitation. But people are such greedy, needy
There's
creatures.
simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every mother crystal in the twins and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence on them. Do try not to disappoint me.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis with clear running water and natural hot springs. I don't doubt that people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work Drake's Fang and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lining their coffers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of the Republican excisemen. Not that edicts from Grandalar carry much weight in these parts. Dalimil has long been something of law unto itself. Here those with the most money, or the most friends, make the rules.
At least they did.
Until Kupka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal, Dalimil has been Titan's fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are anything but in the exercising of their authority, which, as I'm sure I don't need to tell you, is absolute. You see why those with the people's best interest at heart took it upon themselves to organize their own protection, my predecessor chief among them.
You and I...
Have more in common than you might think. Not only are we both masters of the blade and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names.
What?
You didn't think Rosina Delimil was my own invention, did you? It was the name of my master. I inherited it from her, along with her title and her smithy. Ensuring that her name lived on was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble. She was to leave my life as suddenly and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive, why I play the desert hare, why I care for the orphans of Dalimil. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Renz and Drika to be my most pressing concern. That is until the infamous Cid made a surprise reappearance, rather muddied the waters.
Still?
I suppose there's enough of me to go around, but do forgive me if the desert hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't you? I will indeed. Thanks.
I've never even forged a butter knife before.
Good looking as a smithy then, my friend.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalimil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalimil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalimil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
I'm sure they will. Quest accepted. Carving out a niche. Prioritized.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Okay. Another one's there, yeah.
Carpets have
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the...
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
It's like the very basics of what makes a knife a knife. Keep it sharp. We'll do that one after we've done this one. Wait. Where's the other person to talk to? So that's a different side quest, I think.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Oh, here we go.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
Cool business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation.
I was going to
Let's
say,
hope Sava had better luck than I did.
those basic requests of a knife. Well, to be fair, I don't really know what people are expected to say there. I want it sharp and for it to not fall apart. That's all you pretty much need for a knife.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Bye then. The Valcroy Desert. So, we're looking for a trader. Let's do it. Byron's got quite the run in him for a man of his age. Oops.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, Then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Of course.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
Nothing stopping you going getting it then, is there?
Do you crush it up, or just...
Just doing everyone's job for them. Liberty. Ambrosia, my love. Let's ride like the wind.
Fly, Ambrosia.
I swear me and Clive are one in the same. It's kind of anticlimactic when there's no dramatic kind of running music. It's just silent. Winds of sand. Can I run through here? Iron can't wait. Oh, good, I can. Oh.
That'll do, girl.
Liberty. I was hoping I'd be able to just walk through at least.
True, what I'm hearing.
Oh well.
The finest fabric.
Yes,
Take a
they're
sniff,
quite
good
sort.
sir.
The juiciest meat from Greens.
Plates and pots, silver platters, hanging lanterns, keep the doctors.
Oh, so we needed the gate open to be able to do this anyway.
We should get going.
Although I
soon.
suppose the quest didn't appear until the gate was open anyway, so... Damn it.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Kind of. So is Waloed trying to take over Dalmekian territory? Especially after hearing Kupka's a little handless at the moment.
Should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Momentarily. First, we'll collect this limestone. Then we'll see what that other guy wants. Jeez, he wasn't wrong though. This place literally is made of it.
One
Damn.
rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I wish you could do your super run here.
Wheat incense, wax candle. Needed to
Light meat and
silken
dark.
softness.
Fresh from the grill.
I'm good, thanks.
What is it now?
Nothing.
Farewell now.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
But it's more than enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching, that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Which I'm sure it will be. I'll just wait patiently whilst you work. Sometime later.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Smart.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Thanks. Quest complete. Well, don't worry, you won't be the first, and I absolutely know you won't be the last person to make me run around for nothing. But thanks. It's not like time's valuable to me or anything.
My carpet.
Well, hopefully this person here doesn't waste as much of my time.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sorry, my dear.
Everything I've worked for. Ruined.
Oh dear.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
So dramatic. Quest accepted. Hot water. Let's do it. Hopefully it's just a simple case of something heating up the water that shouldn't be. Wait, do I see bombs? I do.
We should get going soon.
There's just a bunch of bombs floating around and it heating it up. Well, at least that means it'd be a nice and easy fix. Wait, can I not get across here? God darn it. Oh my... Bruh. I'm gonna run all the way round.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now.
Probably the amount of chocobos.
What the hell are those things?
They're called bombs, sir. God. Don't you know anything? Wait, is this not... Oh, I've still got to carry on going up here. I was going to say that wasn't as far as I thought it was, but... It was. I'll take those. I'm going to have to run all the way back up here as well to go to down there.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. You'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
Nah. It's only a couple of bombs, man. Calm down. Yoink. Who needs bridges?
By the flames.
Oh, okay.
Explains the heat.
Quite a lot of them, but... Feel the power of thunder. Come at me now. Damn it. These guys are more range people, so they're not going to attack the lightning thing. There we go. That's it. Come a little closer. Rod to Redemption trophy earned. Okay. I don't even know what that one was for. Was it using those, that lightning attack? What's it called? Oh, lightning rod, yeah. So, probably something to do with that. Maybe it's hit a certain amount of enemies. Eat fire. Decimated. Oh, there's more. Ow. 357?
Nice try.
You would have thought. Oh, that's a different enemy. It's like a darker one. No wonder why it hit so hard. Not this time. Decimated. Oops. Damn it, I so blocked then on time. I don't know why I still try this Titan block, to be honest. Nah. I don't know when his attack is. I still don't. Even though I was pressing it that many times, I still don't hit it right. Good lord. Let's get this one out of the way. Ow, ow, and ow. Good lord. As soon as you try to try out different things, all it's doing is costing me health and potions. Hold this. And you like fire? Enjoy that. Oh, this thing is tough. Damn it. I was holding it down and nothing came up. Wait, what's triggering the lightning rod? Because the fire's hitting it? I think it is. I'll take it. Come here. And like that. Finish it. Enemy slain. Boom. And I'll take those as well.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I love Byron's little stance there at the end. I'll take those. Right, actually, wait. We don't really need to run back, do we? We quicker to just do that. Since we're going to have to run all the way back up there for the main objective, I don't mind having a sneaky little fast travel.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
I'm good, thank you.
Lights and pots! There he is. The man who saved my business.
You're welcome.
I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
Let me tell you all about it.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Quest complete. Oh, that was a much better quest than the first one. The Breath of the Inferno. So that's for ignition. By 2.2 seconds. Ooh. Crazy. Right. Onwards we go. To Drake's Fang. Before we leave, though.
Good day, my lord.
Good day, my dear.
An excellent choice.
Thanks.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Come on, girl, the gate's open.
I think it's just a straight path, right? Yeah. I don't think there's going to be anywhere there's going to be collectibles. Not without me seeing them quite easily, anyway. Maybe something down here before we go up there, though. Oh.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil starved.
The axle's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
Let's see how it is. The classic roadblock. I suppose it's more unique than just another broken bridge. I imagine it's going to take them a convenient amount of time in the story before they move that wagon. The jaw. See what's through here. Wow.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
That is a lot bigger than I thought it was. But it makes sense.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Oh yeah, this is where we part ways.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I am tearing up.
I'm coming for you, Kuka.
Let's do it. It's me and you, Toggle. There it is. From the jaw in southwestern Dalmekia, this gaping chasm worn through ageless stone, it serves as the Republic's sole gateway to Drake's Fang. To which we go, Drake's Fang, southwestern Dalmekia. Unlike the other mother crystals of Valestir that tower above the realm, Drake's Fang lies buried deep within a hollow crag scholars call a geode. Well, here we go. Finish off Titan once and for all. And, well, our plan wasn't to destroy Drake's Fang, but something tells me that we might still do it. But for some reason, Clive was like, I won't do that, don't worry. And I'm not sure why, since it is the end goal eventually. Why not get two birds with one stone? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Let's go.